Today we are talking about tarot card combinations for relationships. This video can work two different ways. One way is to use it as a pick a card reading, where you can pick a number between, I'm not sure how many I recorded, I don't know, 1 and 10, 1 and 8 maybe. And the other way is to take a look at some combinations and what they might mean in relationship. So this whole video is going to use the same 3-card spread, which is a very simple relationship spread. You have person A, you have person B, and you have what's between them. Super simple. So let's look at this as an example. So we have the Sun, person A, the Chariot, person B, the 8 of Cups between them. So we have 2 major arcana and then a minor arcana card. So when I see major arcanas in relationship spreads or in anything, it's kind of like a pay attention here. And in this case, since both people are major arcana cards, I would say they're both, they're both going through major life things, or maybe not major, but I mean, it's like, it's an important point in both of their lives. And so it's like they came together for a reason. Now, if you want to say, go to as far as say as it was quote unquote fated and they're soulmates, I prefer not. To me, that's hyperbolic. I just don't go there. It's like your twin flames, your soulmates. Sometimes you meet the people you meet for a reason. That's as far as I will take it. So I would say in this case, this with 2 major arcana spread, 2 major arcana cards representing each of the people. This is a fated intersection. And with the 8 of Cups here, this is about following your own path. So I would say it's important for these 2 people came together in order to learn how to follow their own separate paths. Yet they're doing it together. So these are the ins and outs of life, or the ironies of life. It's like you get in a relationship to learn how to be alone. That's where I would go with this one. The person A here is the Sun. So they're charismatic, they're bright, they're self-expressive, they're all these things. And person B is the Chariot. So person B has things to do, things to go, places to do, people to see. They've got goals and things in mind, and so these 2 people could do a lot together. Because if you think about it, if you put all of this excitement and power of personality and charisma and self-expression and other together with somebody that's got a plan and wants to go places and do things, a lot can be done. But the essence of this relationship is that these 2 need to learn how to be on their separate paths and walk the path alone. Okay, so let's try another one. Okay, so we've got person A as the Ace of Wands, person B as the 2 of Pentacles, and the relationship as Strength. So I'm just checking my frame there. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so person A as the Ace of Wands, person B is the 2 of Pentacles, the relationship is Strength. So we have a major arcana that showed up here in between on the relationship. So once again, this is kind of underscoring this relationship a little bit, saying like this is an important relationship in your life, so pay attention. We've got a Fire card and a Pentacle card. So person A They've got a lot of spirit, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. And so there's potential for these things, for being a fiery type personality. Person B is a pentacle type personality, which means they're more reliable, they're hardworking, they're results oriented. All these, like fire people can flit around from thing to thing to thing and be excited and talk and participate. And this week they're doing this thing, next week they're doing another thing. Whereas pentacle type people tend to be more steady and slow moving. Think of Earth, like more reliable, kind of sticking to one thing. However, the person B has the Two of Pentacles. So there is a transition or a coming together of some of this pentacle type. There's a coming together of these pentacle type indicators for person B. So person B is kind of trying to juggle two things. So it could be, one of the things could be person A. They might be trying to juggle person A, because person A might have a lot more energy than person B, because like I said, with the pentacles, tend to be more low energy people. So maybe one of the things they're trying to juggle is person A. I'm drinking coffee. Or it could be something else. So between them we have the Strength card. So this is the strength of heart. This is courage. This is sticking in there when the going gets tough. So this relationship is about, I would say it's about leading with the heart and having the courage to move forward. So in either case, it's like it could be the tendency of the Pentacles person to go, this just doesn't fit into my life. This does not fit into my practical framework, and I want to take off. And then the Ace of Wands person might be like, I'm bored, I want to move on, or something like that. But it's like the challenge or the purpose of this relationship is for these people to lead with the heart and stick with it. So that would be this relationship in summary. Let's try another one. Okay, we have the Three of Wands, the Magician, and the Nine of Cups. So we do have a major arcana card. So like I said, when you see the major arcana, or when I see the major arcana, it's kind of a little emphasis or underline. With Three of Wands. So this is nice. I like this. So we have this Three of Wands person A. So Three of Wands has to do with visioning and with adventure. So you can see this is like a real free-spirited kind of person, always looking to the future, looking for the next adventure, open to life. And then we have person B, who is the Magician. So that can be very, so I would think, if I was person A, person B would be very interesting to me, because this is also somebody who makes things happen. This is the Magician. So this is somebody that is either showing mastery of creating things in the material world, or they're working on it. They're like looking very deeply into using creative force and creative energy and will and all of those kinds of things to make things happen in the world. So this is a couple that can make shit happen. I mean, this is the kind of couple that I see, like, traveling the world, going on adventures, building companies, starting movements, very, very, very active couple. This is not a like sit at home and watch TV and we just enjoy each other's company kind of couple at all. Between them we have the Nine of Cups. So, this is this is kind of a peak experience of the cups of pleasure and enjoyment and relationships and feeling good and, all that kind of stuff. So this is really, I mean, so far what we've been through of examples, this is a very quote unquote ideal relationship. What a lot of people are looking for is, to come together with someone who has some kind of baseline interests, values, perspective on life, and experience more of life. So it's like these two together kind of create this wonderful relationship, emotional experience. So that's a nice one. All right, let's do another. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is one where we have 3 cards in the same suit. So that can be good because obviously we're on the same level here. We're sharing similar values, we're sharing similar perspectives, we're sharing similar goals. Most likely if we're just pentacles straight across the board. So we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So these are two people, person A and person B, they're both coming from a good place financially or materially. Now, even if one of them perhaps isn't, maybe they're not in like a super great financial place, they have the bones to be in such a place, so to speak. So these people, I mean, I'm seeing a business is what I'm seeing. Like these two people could build a business together. This could be a business relationship. You can use this spread for any kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but like this could be a really wonderful business relationship because we've already got somebody who has some kind of establishment in the realm of Pentacles. So they could already be a business owner, or they may have already built businesses, and then they get together with this other person who, like I said, even if they're not financially successful now, they certainly have the ability to be. And then between them, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is like the hard work card. And we have like this, the way they did it, the person who wrote these cards made this little like moon phase thing. So it's like, this is with Pentacles, it's a relationship in for the long haul. I see it also with this moon phase the moon going all the way through phase and back to the beginning. They're in it for the long haul. It's like these two people could work together forever and ever and ever, and it would turn out really well. And like I said, they're on the same page. I mean, it's like two peas in a pod. Two people on the same page. All right, the next one. All right, so we've got the Moon and the Knight of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Okay, so we've got 2 major arcana cards. So once again, and I'm surprised they're coming up so much, but they are. So it's like, okay, so we need to pay attention to this relationship. What's in the middle of this relationship, or what's between person A and person B, is the High Priestess. So this is the other side of life here with the High Priestess. So, the last example, like we had people who are going to get together and create something in the real world. These people, person A and person B, the purpose of their relationship or where the relationship's going, because this is just what's between them right now. It doesn't mean that it's going to be there forever and ever, but what's between them right now is like exploration of the other side, of the great mysteries, of spirit, so to speak, of spiritual connections. So, it's possible, like, if this is a romantic relationship, or not even romantic, but these people might feel like, hey, I know you from another life. It might be like that kind of thing. And it's like, we need to explore what's there. Person A is the Moon. So it's possible that person A is troubled. I mean, a lot of times the Moon comes up with troubled people. I mean, just this depiction of the moons, it seems a little troubled to me with this lady floating in the water. I mean, it seems like, oh, that's kind of scary. It looks like she's drowning. Maybe she's not drowning. Maybe she's just swimming in the pools of the unconscious and the subconscious and 20 generations back. I mean, that's possible. So person A could be highly intuitive, highly sensitive, psychic. They could be having all kinds of, visions and dreams, and they're just they're out there. Or like I said, they could be troubled. They could be going through a rough patch. The moon can also deal with fears. So we have person A, which we've got some stuff to work with. Person B is the Knight of Pentacles. So these two things don't naturally go together. And I'm not saying they can't go together, because as you know, I mean, relationships happen, and sometimes it's with the oddest of couples. But they don't naturally go together. So we have somebody who's really looking to explore the material world, to build things, to do things. And then we have like this super highly emotional, intuitive person. So, it could be like one way this could work. Like I said, if it another type of relationship, it could be like the moon person is the artist. The Knight of Pentacles person is some type of promoter or agent that wants to promote the artist, and create this path to material success for themselves and this person. But they get in there and they find out that this is really more. This is more about this like deep soul experience with this person. So that's what I'm seeing, is that this, it's like this, there's there's kind of like an ensoulment of material reality here, where it's like, okay, we might have one person that's very day to day, and I'm about the money, and I'm about like your career, and I'm about like getting all this stuff done for you. And this other person is such a magnet for, the other side, that it's like that becomes what this whole relationship is about. Next one. Okay. So we have got the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. And between it we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So, all right. So we've got two swords and a pentacle. So we have air and earth. Okay. So what's between person A and person B, what this relationship is about, is there's a need for grounding here. This is about getting grounded, about getting your feet on the ground. Because when we're dealing with swords, yes, they're pointing out problems, but they also could be pointing out, mental activity, things that happen in your brain. A lot of times they're, with the sword cards, they are not pleasant things that happen in your brain. So, when these two people come together, there's a sense of grounding. And so it's like, okay, so there's a potential to just kind of ground out any negative energy, any negative thought patterns, any, repetitive bad stuff, ground it out, and heal it, so to speak, because it's like it's all going down into the earth with this Ace of Pentacles card. So person A, they're caught in the horns of a dilemma here, which I think is really easy to see on this card. I love this card. This is wonderful. So it's like they're on the horns of a dilemma. They have to make a decision. It's not an easy decision. So, they're there. And the other person B is the Six of Swords. So it's like they may be getting out of a bad situation. They're trying to head toward a good situation. They're not quite there yet. They might be experimenting with things to try to improve their life. And like I said, this can be all in the head space, where it's just all about thoughts and attitudes and how you see things and all that. Or it could be actual things like, I just got out of a really shitty relationship where I was abused, and now I moved into this apartment and I just moved in there 10 days ago. It can be anything like that. So, but like I said, what's nice is when these people come together, they're able to ground and, and just kind of discharge some of this negative energy. So that's that one. Okay, so we've got the Page of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so Page of Cups. And he has this little flying pig. It's kind of like when pigs fly. Interesting. Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups. So we got 2 cups and a pentacle. So we have water and earth coming together. These are both feminine elements, feminine suits, and the 5. So what's between these two people is the Five of Cups. So this is not the greatest card to see for the center card in a relationship. Five of Cups obviously has to do with disappointment, feeling like everything's going down the drain, feeling very dissatisfied and sad about things. The 5 is a sign of a number of change. So with the page, it's like obviously we have somebody that's looking for love. I mean, you can look at this card. It has a little love thing, and this guy's got all these dreams coming from his heart, and it's like, oh well, when pigs fly. And then we have the Six of Pentacles person. So the person B is really interested in an equal exchange here, and I think person B is certainly willing to go out on a limb or go ahead and give first, or perhaps maybe they're holding back on, no, I don't know if I can, I got to make sure this is going to work out before I actually make a move and give. So we've got somebody who's kind of emotionally open and perhaps a little needy with the Page of Cups. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles who's like, okay, that's cool, but this has got to be fair in some way or another. And so between the two people, there's disappointment. So I would say with this, like I said, with the 5 as being a card of change, I would say unless this card does actually change into something else, then this is not going to work. This is not going to work because this person is too emotionally needy, and they're, with the page, a lot of times we see them as like younger people or more immature people. So it's like they're maybe don't have quite enough experience in love and relationships, and they're just not mature enough. And this other person's like, hey, like if you can't hold up your side of the deal, like there is no deal. There is no deal. So if you had this, you could go, okay, well, where is this going? You could put another card down. So this would be positive, like we're going in a positive direction with this change. But for right now, these people are not feeling great about it. And this is just, you can take this more directions, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm just showing you the basic spread thing. Okay, let me do another one. So we've got the Page of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Okay, so we've got Wands, Swords, and Pentacles. So we have a good mix. So between these two people, we have the Four of Swords. So with the fours, there's a status quo type feeling. There's a solidity and unmovingness. In different decks, you see Four of Swords as more of a withdrawal type energy. But here, obviously, it's a nesty type energy. So things are stable. Things are good, between these people. Maybe not terribly passionate and exciting like it might be with Wands, or getting a lot of things done like it might be with the Pentacles, or great emotional connection like it might be with cups, but it's cozy, it's good, it's comfortable, we can deal with it. Person A is the Page of Wands. So once again, this is the kind of the get up and go kind of person, the person that wants to go and do and explore and, has all the energy and excitement. Person B is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is the seven is like a plant seeds and wait kind of card. And I mean, you can clearly see that illustrated here. And so it's like person B has a lot of patience, and they're like, okay, let's just be patient and see where this goes, see where this grows. Whereas this person might be a little less patient, more impatient. This could be a relationship between an older person and a younger person, with the person B being the older person. Just because it's kind of illustrated in the cards, but also because the pages can be younger. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but I'm just throwing that out there. This kind of relationship can work, especially if this Pentacle person is patient. Like, they may be able to deal with the kind of back and forth and this and that with the Wands type person. As long as the Wands type person doesn't get frustrated with this person for being so patient and slow moving, like this person might want to make things happen now. But I mean, it looks like it's cozy enough for now. Okay, we've got the Seven of Swords, the Tower, and the Seven of Wands. So we got two sevens. A Major Arcana card. Wands and Swords. So Major Arcana card is like an underline emphasis. And the Tower is kind of an emphasis just in and of itself. And we have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so with the Seven of Wands, we've got two people that have come together, and now they need to defend their position. So it can be some kind of thing where other people don't like the fact that these two are together, and so it's like they have to kind of fend everybody off. It's like, no, we are together, for whatever reason. It can be it can be like, hey, so somebody was fooling around with somebody else, so somebody left their significant other at the time, and these two got together, and so now they're like, yeah, we have to defend our position, we're together, or whatever. Somebody's super young and they're still in high school or whatever, and they're seeing an older person, and yeah, we have to defend our position, or whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be that extreme. It just can be, I don't know, two people together at work, and maybe they shouldn't be, according to other people. I think you get the idea. The sevens are a struggle, and we've got the Tower, we've got things blowing up. So person B is going through a teardown in their life. Like, something blew up. Something major blew up in their life, whether it be a previous relationship, their job, somebody in their family's very sick. They're very sick. I mean, it could be a whole number of things, but this is like something major is happening here. Things are falling apart. The Seven of Swords person here, the Seven of Swords is not one of the best cards. So that's why I suggested that maybe these people got together, like somebody, like this person was in a relationship. They started fooling around with this person, then the relationship blew up. Now they're together, and it's like they got to defend the whole thing. Or it's just, I have more positive definitions for the Seven of Swords, but it's hard to get there with this particular card, because I'm looking at the card, and it's like, you don't want to trust this person here, person A. You really, you really don't. It's like I'm trying to see him in a better light, but it's hard for me. So, it's like two bads come together. Can they make a good? I don't know. There's a struggle. This is one where I would want to take this further. So I will go ahead and put another card in the center and see where it goes. So we have the Queen of Wands. So that's at least bringing some light to the whole situation, So it's like and there is another wand. So, but it's coming to a higher level here. So perhaps through this relationship, both of these people can be lifted up a little bit, so to speak, and bring some warmth into their life. This warmth of wands and this God spirit can come in, because neither of these people is in a great position right now.